لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفر ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Alhamdulillah, we're here today or tonight in our Ajrumiyah class after Ramadan. Walhamdulillah, we are on the chapter Kana wa akhawatuha. Kana wa akhawatuha. Say that, girls and guys.
Kana wa akhawatuha.
Okay, previously we've been doing one class a week. I want you to help her out if you need to, okay? We've been doing a class a week. And one of my companions, Khidr, he made an interesting observation. And it's true, we need to speed up on the lessons in Ajrumiyah and these different types of sciences so that we can finish them. Because it really shouldn't take that long to do. So we're going to speed up the lessons, inshallah ta'ala, so that we can go on to other sciences. Ajrumiyah, again, is not the end all of studies in Arabic grammar. Rather, it's just the beginning. Okay, and someone should be able to finish it in a few weeks, if not a month or two. Right? Hey. Get out. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start again. Kana wa akhawatuha. The bait goes like this. The ayah, or not the ayah, astaghfirullah. The bait or the verse goes, وَرَفْعُكَ الْإِسْمَ وَنَصْبُكَ الْخَبَرِ بِهَذِهِ الْأَفْعَالِ حُكْمُ مُعْتَبَرِ. Let me hear you guys say it. وَرَفْعُكَ الْإِسْمَ وَنَصْبُكَ الْخَبَرِ بِهَذِهِ الْأَفْعَالِ حُكْمٌ مُعْتَبَرِ. Okay, what this means basically is kana is a fi'lun. It means the be verb. It's the be verb. Ayub, make sure you get the spray stuff for me. Go get the spray stuff in the rag to wipe the board. Okay, that's what kana is. He was, be, and no, don't write there. Go around, son. Okay, akhawatuha and her sisters. Waraf'uka, the raf'u is the dhamma or what comes in its place. So when we say waraf'uka al-isma, meaning we're making the ism of the kana a dhamma or what comes in its place, and we know that's a dhamma, wawun, alifun, wa noon. Dhamma, wawun, alifun, wa noon. Alamatu raf'i biha takun. So these are the ones that's going to be surrounding the ism. And the ismun is a kalimatun dallat ala ma'na fi nafsiha wa lam taqtaran bil zaman. Okay? So, sit down. Get it for him, please. So, min wara. Okay? من وراء أجدي شيء من فضلك لو سمحت. وَنَصْبُكَ الْخَبَرِ. And nasbuka is making something fatha or what comes in place of a fatha. Okay? So وَرَفْعُكَ الْإِسْمَ وَنَصْبُكَ الْخَبَرِ. The khabar is the information about the ism. Okay? For an ismun is a word, a kalimatun dalat ala ma'na fi nafsiha wa lam taqtaban bil-zaman. So what we have to do, what we have to remember is that a khabar is the information about the khabar. All right? Now, بِهَذِهِ الْأَفْعَالِ, with this action dealing with the raf'un and the ismun and the khabar, we make an if'al hukmu mu'tabar. We have the ruling we can take as an example regarding the kana wa akhawatuha, how it's dealt with. Kana comes, and the word that comes after it is ismu kana, and the word that comes after that, or the information about that, jazakumullah khair, is the khabarul ismun, the information about the ismun. So, I want everybody to understand this because what it takes is normally this would be the mubtada. The mubtada would now become the ismun, and khabarul mubtada becomes khabarul kana. Because this is after we finish with the mubtada wal khabar that we dealt with in the last lesson. Now we're dealing with kana wa akhawatuha. So the mubtada after kana gets put in front of it now becomes ismu kana. And the khabarul mubtada now becomes khabaru kana. And the first one becomes dhamma, and the second one becomes mansubun bil fatha, or what comes in place of a fatha. So, Ayuba, give me that right, please. And we'll erase this, and we'll get down to the rules. It's not open, but let me get that. Let me get some taller than you. Okay. Maria. No growling, Maria. You have anything dry? Okay. Give me something else besides under the table. Give me something else, please. Give me something else. Give me something else from my stuff right there. Let's try. So the next thing we have to know is that this first type here, يدخل على المبتدا ويسمه اسم كان, and the next part enters upon the khabar, and we call that khabaru kana. All right. Now it comes on certain types of words. The words that they come on, ككان ظل. You guys remember the poem? It says ككان ظل بات أصبح أضحى أصبح. They say here, ككان ظل بات أضحى أصبح. Louder, guys. أمسى وصار ليس ما بارها. Now, as we're going to go through these, it says, this is the next line. It says, كَكَانَ ظَلَّ بَاتَ أَضْحَى أَصْبَحَ أَمْسَى وَصَارَ لَيْسَ مَا بَارِهَا. It goes like this. كَكَانَ ظَلَّ بَاتَ أَضْحَى أَصْبَحَ أَمْسَى وَصَارَ لَيْسَ مَا بَارِهَا. Okay? Now we're going to go through this again. As we go through this, I want you to understand that as we enter upon these letters, this is going to be something slightly different when we go through inna wa akhawatuha. Inna wa akhawatuha is a little bit different. Hold this, please. Take Hood in the back, please. The first one is kana. The first one we deal with is what? Kana. So kana, it enters upon kana, and it tells you it is a describing. What's going to happen here? It's going to describe the ismu of the kana, right? Of something that happened, اتصاف المبتدا بالخبر في زمن الماضي. Something that happened in the past tense. In the past. In the madi. So we could say like this, kana zaydun. Say kana zaydun. Kana zaydun qa'iman. Kana zaydun qa'iman. So let's go through this. So kana is was, okay? And it's to describe the ismu kana, right? Which is Zayd, and it's going to be dhamma because remember the rule? The first rule, right, is that it makes the ismu kana marfu raf'uka al-isma. So the ism is now going to be raf'un, meaning it's going to carry a dhamma or what comes in place of the dhamma. And the khabaru kana is going to have mansub wa nasbuka al-khabar, and it's going to have a fatha or what comes in place of the fatha. And what's going on here is kana is describing zaydun or the ismun of kana as doing something that happened in the past. In this case, it's qa'iman. What is qa'iman?
Qa'iman means stand up.
He's standing up. So Zayd was now standing. So Zayd was standing. Okay? That's the first one. So can is the first one. We knocked that one out, right? Ka here means like. This just means like Zayd, like was. Well, dhalla. The next one is dhalla. Say dhalla.
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 Okay, so the next one as we go through dhalla is to describe, let me go down some. It's to describe the ismun of it or the mubtada of dhalla as something happening during the daytime. Okay? Say dhalla is to describe the ismun that comes for it as having something, as doing something that happened during the time frame of the whole day. Okay? So we're going to say, for example, dhalla zaydun sa'iman. Dhalla zaydun. Say it.
Dhalla zaydun
Sa'iman.
sa'iman.
So what does that mean? It means that Zayd is the ismun, right? So Zayd is dhamma, right?
Yes, sir.
And dhalla says he did this act right here, the khabar of Zayd, which is now khabar of dhalla, which is a sister to kana, right? As sa'iman. What is sa'iman?
Sa'iman means Yes, fasting.
So Zayd spent the whole day fasting. Okay? And the way we say that, the way we describe that, in using kana wa akhawatuha, her sisters over here, is by saying dhalla Zaydun sa'iman. Okay?
Yes,
Meaning,
sir.
and so the dhamma is over Zayd because it's the ismu of dhalla, right? And the khabar of Zayd becomes mansubun with fatha. What comes in place of fatha? Because what comes in place of fatha is because it is the ismu of dhalla, which is the akhawata. Ayyub, erase the board, please. This bottom part right here. Just this part right here. So the first one, kana, describes something happening in the past, sometime in the past, right? Where dhalla describes something happening all day. You guys understand that?
Yes, sir.
Let me get this right here. Thank you, Ayu. Let me get this right here. This is the wrong material. It's not dry. I mean, it's not like soft. Let me get something like cloth, like what do you call it?
Rag.
Like a rag or something, okay? Yeah, I need some. Okay, so the next one is bata. Everybody say bata. Bata. Bata, yani bait, right? So bata is something that's going to describe, describe an action of the ismu bata that's happening all night long. Something that's going to happen all night, okay? Because bata, from this word, we have bait, right?
Yes, sir.
And bait is where you spend the night. So bata laylun. He said bata, say bata. Bata. Zaydun. We're still on Zayd, okay? Bata Zaydun. What did he spend the night do? Alilan. He was qa'iman. You could say qa'iman again. You know, he spent the night qa'iman. He spent bata Zaydun qa'iman. Okay? You understand that? So now, bata Zaydun, he's the ismu bata, and we have the dhamma that shows that, and the tata over here is the nasbi, because it is, Zaydun is ismu bata, and qa'iman is what? The khabar, the information about Zayd, and so it has to be mansubun. Okay? It's very simple in this, and we can spend, in each one of them is going to describe something that happened in a different time frame. We could go through all of them, or I could just explain it to you. Adha is from the time frame. It describes something happening at the time we call duha. Okay? And duha is the time frame after shuruq, after the sun has risen, around till 8 o'clock, okay? In the morning. That's duha. Okay? And asbaha sabahan, something that happened in the morning time. Okay? So we can easily see how this is going to go. Okay, so duha. Okay, and then sabahan, something that happened in the morning. For example, we say asbaha. Say asbaha. Asbaha Zaydun. Nashitan. Nashitan, full of energy. He woke up, he became asbaha, he became in the morning time. Nashitan. Okay? He found himself in that way. Amsa is for something that happened during masa'an. In the masa'. Masa' is what time, Zainab?
Masa is like the middle of the day.
No, it's not the middle of the day. Masa'an is after the middle of the day. We call it afternoon. That's why you say middle of the day. In English, we call it after the noon, after the middle of the day. From asr, like before, after dhuhr, right? From the time after dhuhr all the way to the time of maghrib, we call all this masa'an. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You see that? That's all called masa'an. Sah?
Yes, sir.
It's after 8:30. Okay, anyway. The next one is going to be Sara. Everybody say Sara.
Sara.
Right here we stop a little bit. Why? Because Sara is a little bit different from Kana, Dhalla, Bata, Adha, Asbaha, Amsa. These things are describing something that happened during a particular time frame, right? Whereas Sara is something that became something else. Erase the board, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, from right here down, just from right here. Okay? So Sara is going to be a little bit different than Bata. You have to open this up. Like your mother told you earlier. I heard her telling one of you guys, when you wipe something, you have to open the rag up. فهمت كيف?
Yes, sir.
هاتي هذا. شكرا. So everybody say صار. صار. It's tahawul. It was one thing, and then it turned into something else. So sara is similar to the word turning something, it turned into. Intiqal, tahawul. From one thing into another. So you could say, sara. Okay, guys. Sara. As-si'ru. Rakhisan. What does that mean? Tawba.
It means the price became cheap.
The price became cheap. So it was ghali. Okay, it was expensive. And because it's sara si'ru rakhisan. So we see this, it turned, intiqal, meaning it traveled from one state to another state. So we call that sara. Okay, and it's one of the sisters of kana. So that means when you use it, the ismu of sara has to have a dhamma. And the khabar of sara has to have nasbi, which is usually a fatah what ma'ashbah dharak. I don't take people with their left hand. Okay? Now.
What does sara mean?
Sara يعني تحول يعني غير حاله. He changed from one situation to another one. فهمت كيف? You have to listen. I just said that. نعم. تبارك الله. Okay. هاتي بثانية وامسحها كذا. So that ends. This one right here ends the kana wa akhawatuha that are mutlaq, that just come out in a particular way and they don't have to worry about how they are. Because they say kana, yakunu, yadhullu, yabitu, wa adha, okay, these type of things. Now when you deal with laysa is in its own category, okay?
Yes, sir.
Because these they change. Yusarrifu kamilan. Mean you can change the way they come. But when you deal with laysa, everybody say laysa. Laysa. Laysa only comes in the maldi, meaning you say, like for example, you say kana, yakunu, kun. It goes three ways. This is maldi, which is past, right? This is present tense, which is mudari, right? And this is an order. However, with laysa, there is nothing but laysa. It's only going to be in the maldi. You can't say laysa in the present in any other way. You can't say yalyesu. You can't say that. It's only going laysa, laysat, laysu. It's only in the past tense that you see the word laysa. So that's for that reason you only have it in that form. What's your question, Umayyub? Okay? So you only have laysa in the past tense. Okay? That's why it's in its own category as opposed to these others that I put here. Okay? You following me, guys?
Yes, sir.
So it is to describe something as not having something else. Okay?
Yes,
it's to say this is a negation of this person's attributes. All right? Attribute means a description. Something has something. Like you are fast. I've described you as fast. Okay? And if I say, lasti yani sari'atan. See, lasti sari'atan. So I said, lasti in the ta there is the ismu for laysa, and sari'atan is the khabar, the information. But we're going to give one that's different. I'm going to say laysa. Everybody say laysa. Laysa al-yawm. Yawmu, right? Laysa al-yawmu haran. Laysa yawmul haran. Right. So the day is not. Right here, this is laysa is not. Okay? Is not. The day is not hot. Okay? Or I could say, rather say, laysa al-yawmu baridan. Why? Because this is the ismu laysa, and laysa is a sister to kana. So it makes the ismu for it marfu'un bi dhamma, or what comes in place of dhamma. And it makes the information or the khabar of the laysa have the fatha, or what comes in place of fatha. However, the difference between laysa and kana, wa dhalla, wa bata, wa adha, amsa, asbaha, amsa, wa sara, laysa, ma bariha, is that laysa, it only comes in the maldi, in the past tense. Okay? So we're good with that one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next ones have another category that we have to put together also. Let me get this right here. We dealt with Laysa. Now I'm going to have to, now what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take this part. We stop here. And the rest of the bait goes on to another part. So I'm going to have to show it to you guys in a different format. Okay? Tamadud. I'm going to have to show it to you in a different format. Let me do like this. Or you think that's enough for the people to take in one day, Tawba? All right. No, well, I can't finish the bait without adding all the other ones.
Oh.
Because it's ma bariha, ma zala, man fakka, ma fatiya, ma dama. Just leave it like this right here.
They have to go back over the ones they haven't had Ajrumiyah in a while.
Okay, so we're going to stop right here. And we're stopping at ma bariha, man fakka, ma zala. We're going to leave those for tonight. And we just went over today. We went over kana, like we said, kakana, dhalla, say dhalla, bata, adha, asbaha, amsa, wasara, laysa, and we'll stop right here. So we did today 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the difference here, just as a wrap up here, is that kana describes, first of all, we know kana and akhwata. These are the sisters of kana. What do? No?
Yeah.
Afwan. Shukran, baby. Oh, there's 8. I was like, what is that? That's 8. Okay, first of all, kana, we deal with the mubtada wa khabar. The mubtada comes marfu'un and the khabar comes marfu'un. However, when you deal with kana, the kana describes the mubtada and the ismun. Yani, it says, so you have kana, and it's going to be marfu'un bid-damma, and the ism, the khabar of, so the ismuhu is going to be like that, and the khabaruhu is going to be khabaran, okay, bil fatha. So that's going to be case. So kana describes something that happened in the past, okay? Dhalla describes something that happened all day long. Bata describes something that happened all night long, okay? Adha is something that happened in the morning. And asbaha is something also that happened in the morning.
Mama wants to ask.
Duha, naam.
What is a mubtada?
مبتدا تبتدين بها تبتدين كلام صح؟ فهي مبتدا الكلمة الاسم تبدين كلام بها فهمت؟ So وأمسى something that happened in the afternoon, okay? وصارة is something that changed from one form, one thing, into another. Okay? And laysa is a negation. Okay? Negation of a quality in something. Okay? And it only comes what? In the madi. It only comes in the past tense. Okay? It only comes in the past tense. Right? And these are the ones that we dealt with today. Very easy. And all of them make the ismun marfu'un, and it makes the khabar what? Mansubun. Meaning it comes with a fatha, or what comes in place of a fatha. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.